Hello, good morning. My name is Ali Haider and my group number is 25. Today we will present our analysis of case study 26 titled Business Building a Resistant Supply Chain and Early Warning System for Walmart. The presentation examines Walmart vulnerability in its supply chain and provides evidence-based recommendation to improve its resilience. Our team has researched, academic literature, industry reports, and real company practice to ensure roads and practical solutions. Introduction to the topic. Our presentation today we focus on building a resilient supply chain for Walmart by designing and recommending an early warning system that partially identifies and mitigates risks. The study comes from case study 26A, which emphasizes Walmart vulnerabilities within its supply chain and the growing need for resilience given the current global climate. To give you some content, over 60% of global trade today depends on interacted supply chains, but their system remains surprisingly fragile. This was highlighted in the World Economic Forum 2025 Global Risk Reports, which warned that even minor disruptions can create ripple effects across multiple industries and regions. Recent examples make this even clearer. For instance, the Suez Canal blockage caused by a single ship disrupted global trade for weeks and resulted in billions of dollars in losses. Similarly, the ongoing Red Sea conflict has caused significant delay and additional costs for companies, including in an increase of about $1 million per routed shipments, as noted the IMF in 2024. In 2024. Now, the next one is referencing approaching. As we developed the recommendation, we made a deliberate effort to ensure all our arguments and suggestions are backed by credible, reliable, and up-to-date sources. We began by consulting peer-reviewed academic research, particularly the fundamental work by Christopher and Peake published in 2004, which provides a clear definition of resilience and outline its key dimension. Beyond academic research, we include insight from major industry reports by reputable organizations such as PwC, the World Economic Forum, the International Monetary Fund, and UNCTAD, ensuring that our analysis reflects the most current trends and risks, especially those that emerge in 2024 and 2025 to make sure our recommendations are relevant to Walmart specifically. We reviewed Walmart on annual reports, press releases, and disclosures to understand the company existing practice strategies and priorities. We also took into account recent news events such as Red Sea crisis, inflationary pressures, and other real-world disruptions to provide timely and particular contact to our recommendation. Now I ask to my next teammates, please.
Yes. Hi there, my name is Mohammed Hamza and this is the group number of 25. My topic is context of the problem. Understanding the problem Walmart faces today requires looking at both the strength and the vulnerables. Walmart is known for its exceptional and efficient supply chain, which allows to operate with the close maintaining high level of the services. Yeah. This efficiency, however, comes with a trade-off, as noted Walmart's 2023 annual report, such a streamlined operation leaves lighter room of the disruptions. In today's global environment, risks have increased significant. The Environment Panel on the climate change in the 2022 report highlighted how climate events such as hurricanes, floods, and wildfires are become more frequently and more incidents, posing potential risk of the logistic and supply chain. At the same time, geopolitical lenses of the isolated to supply chain at the part of the world, creating further uncertainty. In 2024, the Red Sea disruption alone cut Suez Canal trade volume in the half of the current shipping cost by nearly $1 million per reported shipment, according to the IMF. These are not hypothetical scenario, but real-world events. They have already impacted global trade. Given this context, it's clear that Walmart supply chain wide, efficient, and highly vulnerable to these external shocks. This is why we appropriate to project as constant task to helping evidence and the business strategic that practically address these risks. And the next one is the major risk identified. In order to craft effective recommendation, we conducted a thorough assessment of the risk of facing Walmart supply chain. These risks fall into five key categories, which can see the present table to the slides. The slides category is operation risk. The slides in question IT system outgates accidentally and warehouses are theft, which can bring day-to-day operation to the hurricanes and wildfire like floods, which is the IPCC wants the increasing the boat frequency and seriously reduce the result of the climate change. These can disrupt to the rule to the cost and create supply chain. The fourth one is the theoretical framework. Our recommendations are not just based on observation or institution, but are firmly grounded in two respected theoretical framework that guide supply chain risk management and resilience building. The first thing is the atmosphere and resilience pillars, which have been widely created for applied for their publication in 2004. These pillars include agility, redundancy, flexibility, and collaboration. Agility refers to the ability to respond quickly to change the supply chain environment, such as sudden shifts in demand and disruption in supply redundancy in about to have to back up resources, alternative plans. For example, maintaining additional inventory and engaging multiple suppliers so that the supply chain can continue to function even if a component falls. Flexibility refers to the capacity to the adopt processes and system and logistics of the different conditions and circumstances change. Collaboration emphasizes strong trust based on potential with suppliers, logistic providers, and other stakeholders to build shared resilience. On the right side of the slide, you will see the second framework we use, which of the ISO 3100, the international standard of the risk management. This standard online is assessing, controlling, and reviewing the risk continuously. By combining these two frameworks, we ensured our recommendations are both academically abused, the assigned with the global and practices. Together, they offer the comprehensive roadmaps and Walmart follow the strengthening the supply chain resilience. Next, I will forward to the Asif Hussain for the next sliding presentation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Asif Hussain and my student ID is 230333502. In order to make reliable and actionable recommendation, The quality of data we use is critical for this project. We ensure that all data we derive from the thoroughly and up-to data sources. We relied on peer-reviewed journals, industry reports, Walmart own disclosures, and currently news events. Specific metrics like 50% drop in Suez Canal trade and the additional $1 million per shipment due to Red Sea disruption was central shipping by risk assessment metrics. We didn't just collect data in isolation. Instead, we contextualized in with an established framework such as catastrophe and fake resilience pillars. This ensured that all recommendations are correct, structured, and elegant with industry standards. To further strengthen reliability, our data crossed by checking it against multiple credible sources, so that no single source is overly influenced and feeding. This methodological gives us confidence that we insights the strategies we propose are not just theoretical, but are grounded in factual evidence and real-world relevance. In the next slide, analytical tools and why we choose them. Next, we want to explain the analytical tools we choose and why these are appropriate for Walmart. First, we use a risk assessment matrix to prioritize the risk based on their likelihood and potential impact. This method aligns with ISO 31000 guideline from 2018 and help organizations clearly visualize which risk requires immediate attention and which can be mentioned over time. Secondly, we employ scenario analysis. This tool allows us to explore realistic disruption, such as port closure and hurricanes, and evaluate potential strategic responses to each situation. Both of these tools are widely recommended in supply chain risk literature, including by Curtis and Peak in 2004 and Learn in 2001. What makes these tools effective is that provide actionable, transparent insight and are easy to communicate to decision makers. They are also aligned with ISO principles and tolerated to Walmart operational needs. By combining these tools, we could deliver a comprehensive and practical of recommendations that Walmart can implement without requiring excessive new resources to unfamiliar process. In the next slide, on this slide, you can see the risk assessment matrix that we developed based on the data of framework we just discussed. The matrix plots a risk according to their severity, from negligible and catastrophic, and their likelihood, from to almost certain. Each color area represents that urgency of the risk, with green being low, yellow being medium, and red being high. We identify part closure, for example, a catastrophic and almost certain risk, placing it in the highest priority zone. Floods classified under environmental risk fall in their major impact and possible likelihood zone, which also demand attention but is slightly less urgent than port closures. Supplier bankruptcy is another sufficient risk. Position is a major impact but unlikely events. Operational risks like IT outage are considered rare and minor, filing in low priority zone, which means they should be monitored but do not require immediate intervention. This matrix enables Walmart management to quickly understand which risks should be addressed first and how resources can be allocated efficiently. It also provides a visual structured way to communicate risk to stakeholders, making it easier to gain buy-in for necessary investment in resilience. Thank you very much. I will forward my presentation to the next, my colleague Adil Hussain.
Hello guys, myself Adil Hussain, my student ID number 23102469. Moving to the scenario analysis. To complement the risk matrix, we conducted a scenario analysis to illustrate how Walmart can respond to specific high-impact events. The first scenario we considered as the Suez Canal blockage. This event would likely cause at least 10 days delay and increase shipment costs by minimum $1 million per shipment, as reported by the IMF in 2024. The recommended response would involve rerouting the shipment via the Cape of Good Hope and selectively using air freight for critical goods. The second scenario is a hurricane hitting the Florida distribution center. This could result in significant stock losses and regional supply disruption as highlighted by the IPCC in 2023. Walmart could mitigate the risk by shipping inventory to other distribution center and activating backup suppliers in unaffected areas. The third scenario is a global inflation surge, which would raise costs by 6% and create potential storages. And according to UNCTAD's 2024 report, Walmart could respond by renegotiating contracts with suppliers and optimizing its SKU portfolio to focus on high demand and high margin products. This scenario demonstrates not just the potential risk but also the practical evidence-based response Walmart can implement to minimize the impact of such disruption. Together with the risk metrics, this provides a comprehensive understanding of both the challenges and actionable solutions. Moving on to the next slide, long-term and short-term actions. Now that we have explored the risk and potential scenarios, let us turn into specific actions Walmart can take to build resilience, both in short term and long term. On the left on the left side of the slide, we outline the short term actions that can be implemented selectively, quickly, often within months. The first step is to implement dashboard for supplier and risk tracking. This means using technology to monitor supplier performance and risk indicators in real time, enabling Walmart to respond swiftly when warning signs appear. Next, Walmart should secure buffer stock and diversify immediate suppliers. This involves holding a minimal level of extra inventory for critical items and reducing dependency on single suppliers, thereby improving redundancy. Finally, in the short term, it is vital to establish clear crisis response protocols and conduct training sessions for staff so that everyone knows what to do in case of the emergency. On the right side of the slide, we have outlined the longer term actions which require more investment and planning. First long-term initiative is to invest in AI-driven predictive analytics, building and Walmart existing partnership to forecast demand and supply more accurately. The second is to redesign global network for resilience, which could involve reorganizing distribution center, relocating some operation closer to key markets, or incorporating more regional suppliers. Finally, Walmart should foster ongoing collaboration with stakeholders across the supply chain, suppliers, logistic providers, governments, and even competitors to create a more resilient ecosystem. Together, this action provides a balanced approach addressing immediate vulnerabilities, which also building capabilities that will serve Walmart well into the future. Moving on to the conclusion slide. To conclude, our finding is it is very clear that Walmart supply chain is highly efficient. The efficiency has come at the cost of resilience in today's complex and volatile global environment. As highlighted in Walmart on 2023 annual report, this makes the company vulnerable to both predictable and unforeseen disruption. We have identified major risks across 5 categories: operational, environmental, geopolitical, supplier, and transportation. This risk, if it left unaddressed, could lead to significant financial and operational losses. However, an early warning system grounded in robust theoretical industry framework can greatly enhance Walmart's preparedness. Such a system would allow Walmart to anticipate disruption, respond effectively, and reduce costs associated with crisis. As noted by PwC in 2024, importantly, investing in resilience today is not just a defensive strategy. It is a proactive movement that can mitigate potential losses from future and disruption and secure Walmart position as a leader in global retail. As the World Economic Forum pointed out in 2023, companies that prioritize resilience will be better positioned to navigate and uncertainties of tomorrow. In short, the time to act in is now, and solutions are both feasible and aligned with Walmart's goals. Moving on to the last slide, recommendation and uncertainty. Finally, let us summarize our key recommendation while also acknowledging the uncertainties that come with managing global supply chain. First, we recommend that Walmart implement an integrated early warning system tailored to its scale. The system could include dashboard, risk matrices, and scenario planning to ensure full situational awareness. Secondly, we urge Walmart to and the resilience principles of agility, flexibility, redundancy, and collaboration in every aspect of its supply chain strategy. There are not one-time actions but ongoing practices that must be woven into daily operation. We also recommend Walmart regularly review reaccess risk because they evolve over time. An adaptive approach aligned with ISO 31000 guidelines is essential to stay ahead of emerging challenges. Finally, Walmart should proactively monitor external factors such as regulatory changes, climate events, and geopolitical developments. While uncertainties will always exist, staying vigilant and adaptive minimize their impact. The path forward is not that eliminating risk entirely, which is impossible, but about anticipating its preparing for it and responding effectively when it costs. Thank you, everyone. That's it. Thank you, everyone.